That's right. There wasn't even a single strand of hair in my room. So you're saying the culprit destroyed MMM? Now if I were the culprit, would I thoroughly clean my own? Whoops, shit! You cleaned the room to remove any trace of the fact that Mizono had visited your room. Is that so hard to believe? If he wanted to remove any trace of her rather than her hair, he would have removed her corpse. Oh, reasonable claim. But then, why wasn't there any hair? Because the culprit cleaned it, of course, to hide the fact that they had visited the room. Which means, yes, it's unthinkable that the culprit could be the owner of the room. Dang, Iggy isn't the culprit! I don't know why it's on auto. Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't know why it was just on auto for some reason, but it's like I was clicking every button trying to like not just whatever. Anyway, no, there is further foundation on which we can say Negi is not the culprit. We are listening. Think back in the vicinity of the shower where the crime took place. Mizono was first attacked in Negi's room, and after that she fled into the shower. The culprit chased after her into the shower. There he stabbed and killed her. At that time, was the culprit able to enter the shower unhindered? Whatever do you mean? In order to enter the shower, the culprit had to exert a considerable effort. Doing so, the culprit would have left behind clear evidence. Do you remember, Negi? The culprit had to exert the evidence is a screwdriver. Is the culprit broke? Oh, the knob. Dad, yes? The shower's doorknob is evidence of the effort of the culprit took, right? What happened to the doorknob, dude? It was broken. The doorknob to my bedroom shower was broken. See, the upper screws were removed and the doorknob was undone. It's true, but why is the doorknob... To break the shower's lock, the culprit removed the entire doorknob. This is another action inconceivable. This is another action inconceivable of the room's owner. Further basis, Negi couldn't be the culprit. You're saying he wouldn't bust down his own door? But if he had to break it down, he'd break it down. Hardly inconceivable. Okay, so you still don't understand. In that case, let's go back over the progression of the crime. I'm sure you'll understand then. What Kirigiri means, actions inconceivable of the room's owner? What? Is hidden in the progression of the crime? Fall in the room, and then... yeah. Starting with this debate, the number of weak points will increase. Even though there are multiple weak points, there is still only one lie or contradiction. Which is to say, there are fake weak points. If you fire your ammunition at a fake weak point, not only will you be unable to refute it, Your influence gauge will take damage, as you will your credibility. If you deplete your influence gauge, the debate will end in failure, so please be cautious. Use logic to determine which weak point contains the lie or contradiction. I wish you best of luck. Over and out. Fuck! Okay. Yeah, it was first attacked. The culprit entered the shower. Then the culprit broke the doorknob. Wait. Did I do it right? Did I do it? Okay. The reason my shower door wouldn't open isn't because it was locked. That's because only the girls' room have locks in their shower doors, right? Now that you mention it, that is the case. Then why wouldn't Negi's shower door open? Because of the door's misalignment.
Huh?
Fuck you. Huh? Your door's alignment? The door to my shower isn't aligned properly. Monokuma can attest to that. He speaks the truth. But for the ultimate luckster, Negi, to get the only room with the misaligned door. That's not good luck at all. The shower door wouldn't open because it was misaligned. But the culprit mistook it for being locked. For that reason, the culprit broke the whole doorknob. Though why would the culprit mistakenly think the door was locked? Every one of us should have known the boys' room don't have locks in their showers. The culprit made that mistake because they were unaware of an important fact about the scene. The killer assumed the shower door was locked because they didn't know that the room was supposed to have a lock. Which means they couldn't have known that they were in. The culprit most likely didn't know that the crime scene was in my room. What? The killer didn't know where the crime took place? Unprecedented. But he's right. Though to be more precise, clearly, the culprit didn't know that Negi and Mizono had exchanged rooms. For that reason, the culprit mistook the room Mizono was in for her own bedroom. And so, believing the shower door to be locked, he destroyed the lock. Unaware of the futility of his actions. In the end, there's no saying whether it was the culprit's use of force or the whims of fate, but In all the confusion, I doubt the culprit knew exactly why it opened either. Whatever the case, he has quite the roundabout methodology, trying to break a non-existent lock. There's no way I'd do something like that, knowing why the door didn't open, right? I admit, you're probably right. Then the culprit is someone who didn't know about the room exchange. Negi doesn't fit the profile! And I've been saying that as much from the start. Then who is the killer? Pardon me, but I'm laying down my king. What'll happen if we don't figure out who the killer is? Alright, then we'll decide it by majority vote. You can just do that? Anyway, ain't this kind of bad? Someone's gotta do something true as truth, or... It doesn't matter how insignificant it may seem. It doesn't matter how insignificant it may seem. Is there anyone who has any sort of uncertainty? I have one. Oh, you? Why do you sound so disappointed? Hurry up and tell us, Asahina. Deh. I was thinking, how did the culprit get into Negi's room in the first place? I never figured that out. Indeed, the method the culprit used to enter the crime scene. Could Mizuno have dropped her room key and then the culprit found it? I don't think she would drop it so conveniently. Then did he pick the lock? No, the lock should be equipped with an anti-picking mechanism. Then allow me to answer. The culprit used a much simpler method. The culprit disguised himself as a visitor, and Mizuno invited him. Bleh. Yeah. No, that's not right. Someone doesn't know their place. You're quite something to be contradicting me. Earth to Negi, how can you be so sure that I am wrong? It's because she was scared that she asked me for that in the first place. That should be sufficient evidence. Some evidence showing Mizuno, the room exchange? Oh my god. Mizuno was afraid, remember? That's why she asked to exchange rooms with me. You too, Mizuno. Don't open the door for anyone, no matter what. Even if I'm sure it's you, I won't open the door. Otherwise, trading rooms would be pointless. I can't imagine she would open the door herself after saying that to me. What if her fear itself was a lie? What? Oh no. What are you saying? Why would she tell a lie like that? You probably don't want to consider the possibility, Negi, but can you still say that after seeing this? Whoa, what? I want to speak with you alone. Please come to my room in 5 minutes. Be sure to check the nameplate so you don't get the wrong room. By rubbing a pencil over the top page of the notepad in a certain room, this message appeared. I've seen that on TV before. Writing in a notepad leaves marks on the next page that you can see by rubbing over it with a pencil. When I saw that, I thought when writing in a notepad, you gotta tear out a page first. It's an old trick, but the classics can be surprisingly helpful. For the record, the notepad was found on the desk in Negi's room. What? In summary, only someone who had been in Negi's room prior could have left this note. Isn't her name like signed at the bottom of the note anyway? Either the room's owner Negi or the one who exchanged rooms with him last night, Mizono. Negi, did you write this? No. No, I didn't. Please come to my room in 5 minutes. Be sure to check the nameplate so you don't get it. Indeed. Wait a minute. Did Mizono, like... Wait. So wait, if Mizono wrote that note to give to the person, I'm gonna say Leon, she wrote it on the frickin' wall. So if she wrote that note to give to Leon, saying, be in my room, check the nameplate, but the nameplates were switched. The nameplates were switched. So was she setting up Negi to get killed? This note has this note also has what appears to be Mizono's signature. Then this note was written by Mizono? But why would she write a note like that? She was trying to call on a certain person. In doing so, she made use of that note. By slipping the note under their door, she attempted to call upon them in secret. To be summoned in that fashion by the super duper high school idol would be OHKO, any guy. That doesn't apply to me because I'm a doofus. However, does the supposed character called upon by the note actually exist? Even assuming such a character exists, it's unthinkable they could be involved in the incident. Huh? Why not? Would you like to know? Then allow me to tell you. What? Now what's going on? Bedroom nameplates. Yeah, we exchanged rooms. However, according to the note, my room is the meeting place. No connection to the incident. Despite receiving a note that said my room, they went to my room where Mizono was. The explanation has to do with something from my room and Mizono's being swapped. Wait. Exchanged rooms, did they not? However, according to the note, my room is the meeting place. Yeah, if they were summoned by the note, they would have gone to Mizono's room. Did I mess it up? I fucked. No. Did I do it? I perfected, but I'm not. My room and Mizono's room had our nameplates swapped. The nameplates? Yes, just like the room exchange. Because of that, the nameplate on Mizono's room where Negi was said, or Negi's was said Makoto Negi. The nameplate on Negi's room where Mizono was said Sayaka Mizono. Oh my goodness. In other words, Mizono really was in the room. Wait. In other words, Mizono really was in the room with the Sayaka Mizono nameplate. So if they did as the note said, they would have gone to Negi's room where Mizono was. On top of that, their rooms are right next to each other, perfect for a nameplate swap. So who did it? Naturally, you didn't do it, did you, Negi? No. You. Then who are you saying did it? Who could have swapped the nameplates? It could have only been that person. I would think Mizono, but why? The only one other than me who knew about the room exchange was Mizono. The only people who knew about the room exchange in the first place were me and Mizono. Therefore, other than me, the only person who could have swapped the nameplates is Mizono. You can also infer that from the content of her note. I want to speak with you alone. Please come in my room in 5 minutes. Be sure to check the nameplate so you don't get the wrong room. She told the recipient to check the room's nameplate. She couldn't have written that without knowing about the nameplate swap. Oh, my brain hurts. But why would Mizono do something like the swap the nameplates? She wanted to call someone to the room she was in while keeping the room exchange secret. Huh? What's the purpose of doing all that? Calling on someone while still keeping the room exchange a secret? In order to understand that, we need to know what happened in the room after she invited the person inside. The answer is in that knowledge. What happened after that, most likely. Maybe she saw. Okay, maybe Mizono summoned a person like. I'm gonna say Leon because she fucking wrote it on the wall. She summoned Leon to her room. Now she's a pop idol star, and Leon has expressed interest in going into the singing song field, so it would be great if he came to her room. Since Negi had that golden sword thing, maybe she thought it would be better protection? I don't know. So she summons the guy into the room, and maybe she attempted to kill him. And then he kind of killed her in self-defense. Because there were slash marks on the scabbard of the sword. And slash marks that probably Mizuno caused by attacking Leon. And Leon used the sword to defend himself. The person Mizuno summoned came after her. Thank you. What's this? We stumbled upon the culprit? The person summoned by the note in this is the culprit? But we still don't know who that is. We don't know who that is. That's the whole problem. Mizuno and the culprit first had some sort of struggle in the room, yes? By any chance, could the answer to that question lie in the struggle they had there? Precisely. So we gotta figure out what happened during the struggle, right? That reminds me, there was a practice sword at the scene. Was that used during the struggle? Oh yeah, what's up with that? That's something I brought back for self-defense at Mizuno's suggestion. I'm sure that's what the culprit used to break Mizuno's right wrist. That practice sword was used to break Mizuno's wrist? How the hell can you know that? It's used to break Mizuno's wrist. Evidence for that is where the bone was broken. Couldn't be anything else. See yourselves by looking at Mizuno's broken right wrist. You see where her right wrist is swollen? There's something shiny there. Is that gold? Yeah, it's gold leaf from the practice sword. Just barely touch the gold leaf and it comes right off. And that's what's on Mizuno's wrist. Which means she was holding the kitchen knife. She received a blow to her wrist from that practice sword. I see. I can feel the truth drawing near. Are you sure? Alright, let's exercise this mystery, dude. Let's expose every last detail of what happened there. What happened in that room? To reach the truth behind Mizuno's death, we first need to reveal that. Non-stop debate? Sure, why not? You should be getting fairly comfortable with the non-stop debates by now. How about it? Starting with the next debate, your cylinder will be loaded with multiple ammunition. However, much like weak points, only one piece of ammunition can be used to win the debate. In other words, from here on out, you must logically determine both the correct weak point and the ammunition to refute it with. Oh dear. Oh god. Should you reach the incorrect conclusion, your influence gauge will take damage. You can chamber different ammunition by pressing the L button. By tapping the L button, you can cycle through your ammunition in sequence. And by holding the L button, you can select different ammunition by moving the analog pad. Finally, if your logic difficulty is set to gentle or below, fewer ammunition will be loaded. But just for this round, your cylinder will be loaded with the same amount as malicious. I wish you the best of luck. Over and out.